Recording. Welcome to the Green Living Gurus. I am your head guru, Therese Fortin Barnes, and today we are talking to Daniel Baldwin. Daniel and I go way back. I don't even know how many years, Daniel, but I'd say at least 10, maybe even more. Daniel, more, don't you think more?
Oh, it's more. It's closer to 20.
20, that's what I thought too. And so Daniel's an actor, director, producer, and he is the second oldest child of four Baldwin brothers, who are all actors. And he is originally from Syracuse, New York, which is where he is residing these days with his two beautiful daughters. And that's where his mother lives. And his mother has a foundation that we'll talk a little bit about this too. But so he and I go way back because of Jim Kelly and Jim Kelly's golf tournament and him playing in that golf tournament. And he's a fabulous golfer and comes to Buffalo every year pretty much for the golf tournament. So I've been involved with the golf tournament for 35 years, and Daniel and I have become friends and gone to some football games together and whatnot. But we also now have something very much in common, and we both are helping people with their lives, getting healthy. I'm on the end of helping people prevent carcinogens in their life and avoid them, and getting aware of cancer-causing chemicals. And Daniel, on the other hand, is he's living proof of living a healthy life. And he has many life experiences. He's overcome drug and alcohol addiction. And now he is helping other people with their drug and alcohol recoveries. But on top of that, he has also gone down the road of losing 25 pounds, really getting into great shape, lost weight, and eating healthy. And he's a very good cook, so he has no excuse not to eat good food, but he wasn't. So now he is. And on top of that, he serves on the board of his mother's charity, the Baldwin Fund. And it's an organization committed to achieving prevention and thorough research for breast cancer, which is right up my alley of everything that I am out there talking about as well. And his mother, Carol, is also a breast cancer survivor. And I think she's 91, which is the same age as my father. So let's get going, Daniel, because there's a lot here to talk about. And I know every time I see you interviewed, it's very fun to hear you talk as I know you in person, because I always love being around you because the energy that you give off is just so positive and fun loving. So welcome.
Thank you for having me. Now, earlier, people don't realize that before we start these, and I'm going to get up now, I am away from home, being from Syracuse, facing 30 something inches of snow in less than a week. Dig it.
Oh, all right. Let me take a guess. I'm gonna say you're on the West Coast.
You couldn't have been further off. I am in the Outer Banks and Nags Head on the Carolina coast. And although it is only 40 degrees, it feels like it's 80. The sun is out. The fish are jumping. The kids are shopping right now. I needed to get a few days away from central New York because the snow was so bad. We've been kind of locked down with the whole COVID thing, and the girls have been in school. And one other thing I wanted to tell you, in the production of My Promise to PJ, the documentary that is about to be released, I lost 57 pounds in 5 months.
Almost your age.
Almost. How sad is that you have to point that out?
I'm right there with you. I'm 50. I just turned 58. So I know you just turned 60 in October. So happy birthday.
And not much of it really bothered me. I would say that before 60, believe it or not, 20 bothered me. I remember contemplating, I'm never going to be a teenager again. I remember really thinking about that. 30 went by, 40 went by, 50 went by. Now 60, and I have a story to tell you about. It's a health related. So I would go down to the Y, and I still am an avid basketball player. Now the game has changed at 60 for sure. I can still go out there for a little while and light it up a bit. But I don't usually play. There's one court I call the NBA court. It's the college basketball players. It's a very fast-paced game. They're very talented. I don't often play on that court anymore. I'll go to the next level down. I call it the ABA or the college court, and I'll play with there. And I can play a couple of hard full court games, even at 60, and score and not embarrass myself. But there wasn't a lot of people in the gym. And this guy yells down, hey, bro, We need one the A court, and there's some really good kids there. Kids that are off season from playing at Syracuse, the whole bit. So I thought about, do I really want to go play with these guys? I just worked out, and I said, fine, and I'll play at least one game. And I walk out on the court, and to this day, this next line resonates. They're all picking up who they're going to guard, and the guy at the top of the key has the ball. And this guy looks at me. He's probably 6'5", and he's 20, and he goes, yeah, I'll cover the old guy. I'll cover the old guy. I looked at him. I said, did you just call me the old guy? And I went, and the first time the kid went up for a basket, New York Knicks wrangled him around the neck, knocked him to the ground, smashed him like I was playing football. And he looked at me and goes, what the hell was that? I went, that's old guy basketball, pal. Every time you go to the basket, I'm going to knock your ass to the ground.
I love it.
And they all kind of looked at me like, he's a psycho. But I remember getting in the car, and I remember thinking, when I played basketball at 20, if a 60-year-old guy came out on the court, he was the old guy. We'd even probably lighten up on him a little bit because we want to beat him up. And the terrifying realization that I'm the old guy now. It was a big pill to swallow. I had to really digest that. It really was. I'm the old guy.
Yep, it's happened to me a few times with my nieces as the old girl who's the old person here. But
Right.
You know what? I take every age. As I say, we earned every wrinkle, we earned everything, and we're just wiser, right? Or at least we think we are.
More experienced, for sure.
More experience. A good way to put it, exactly. So that's good that you took a trip. It's so healthy. I wish everybody could do that. And it's unbelievable just to get away to warm weather. I did it too, because it's so just regenerating to just get fresh air. It's so nice. As you said, just doesn't matter what the temperature, it's sunny, and walk outside, you get fresh ocean air, and it's amazing. So I'm so glad that you chose to do that, because that's so wonderful. So tell me a little bit about the transformation you made in your health. And losing that kind of weight is very significant. And I know you have a gym in your home, and you didn't let COVID get in the way, and you have done so many great things besides just losing weight, but you changed your whole eating habits.
I did. Well, it started because I made a promise to a kid. His mom, Barbara Jean, her name is. Barbara Jean was my brother Alex's first girlfriend in junior high school. And Barbara Jean saw from my many posts on Facebook that as part of my program of sobriety, which I've been sober for a really long time now, I reach out to other addicts and alcoholics in an attempt to help them get sober. Now, it's not because I'm such a great guy and I'm so lovely, and it's because in step 12 in the program that I submit to, it says, having had a spiritual awakening, we reach out to the addict or alcoholic that still suffers. So this completes the circle. So really, I do it to be of service for my own sobriety. Now, is it nice of people in the program to go do that extra step, go to someone's house? Sure it is. That's great. But make no mistake about it, this is part of my recovery. PJ, Barbara Jean's son, was a heroin addict. This opioid problem, particularly in upstate New York, has been just rampant. And so we lost last year in 2020, 75,000 kids between 15 and 25, more people than the Vietnam War.
Wow.
We lost in 1 year in our country. 10 years ago, overdoses were not in the top 20 causes of death, not in the top 20.
It's amazing.
Last year, overdoses were the #1 cause of death in the United States, more than cancer, more than heart attack, anyone 50 and below. So from 0 to 50 years old, the #1 cause of death was overdoses in the United States.
Wow.
So it's a terrible problem. Well, she reached out to me about PJ, and I attempted over an 8-year course to try to help him. The last time, he was facing many prison years for charges against him in Wilmington, North Carolina. So I flew out and I met with a judge, and I said, listen, he's one more time away now from, going in for a long time or doing something really dumb, a violent crime or whatever. Most of the stuff he's doing is stealing and drug addiction stuff. I said, give him to me for 2 years, and make him sign off that he's going to go into this program I put him in, and give him one more shot. And the judge, he bid it. He said it was okay. So PJ went in. And the day before he went into recovery, I asked him to write me a bucket list. I asked him to write me the 10 things he always wanted to do, that if he died or that he ended up in prison, he wouldn't want to get it, he wouldn't get a chance to do. And so when he wrote his list, I took out the list that I wrote mine, and we had one match: to run with the bulls in Pamplona, Spain. So I told him, if he gets 2 years sober, I will take my old ass and I will take him to Pamplona and I will run with the bulls with him. Well, he got 3 years sober and I didn't get a chance to take him. Met a girl. She used heroin. He decided that it was wise to shoot up one more time. It was laced with fentanyl. He overdosed and died. And I lost them. Now, I've lost a lot of other ones, but none that ever affected me at this level. So the 2-year anniversary was coming, and I still was in really bad shape over the loss of this kid. So I decided that I would go on this special diet. It was February 7th, and I had 5 months before the run. So I wanted to go on this diet, train, and I was going to document all of it on camera. So it documents interviewing the mother, the father. It's the first time myself and all 3 of my brothers are in the same film. We've never done that before because we all knew PJ and we all knew his parents. And I lost 57 pounds. I took his ashes. I flew to Pamplona and I ran with the bulls with his ashes and spewed them in the arena when I finished. So I did take him on the run and I left him there. And it documents, the 5 months of my getting prepared to go do this and fulfilling my promise to him. So it was a combination of how I ate, a surprise product that I used, which I'll talk about when the movie gets released. But I did find an amazing product that helped me along the way. But more of it was too, wow, that's so great that you took PJ's ashes. I did that for me. I really struggled with this kid's death. I really did. I know that if I had asked him, can I use your death as a vehicle to try to help other people? He was definitely one of us. Teresa, he was a really loving, giving kid. I know he would have said yes.
Big heart.
Yeah, he was a big-hearted kid. And I think also it does something beyond drug addiction. It gives a voice, because it's a very unnatural thing to bury your child. You're just not supposed to do that. And so for all those parents or wives or husbands or whoever it is that have had to put somebody, to rest way before their time, this film gives them a voice. And so I'm proud of that. I entered it in its first festival at the Syracuse International Film Festival, and it won the festival. So I think, I've been very lucky and very blessed. It's entered in a number of others, and I just sold the rights to it. So it looks like it's going to hit screens in people's homes in the next few months, and hopefully hopefully it moves them.
I'm so excited. I've had 2 of my very best friends' kids commit suicide, and I don't know if any of them had to do with drug addiction or not, but losing a child like that is just heart-wrenching. And
yeah, it's life-changing.
Yeah, it's life-changing. And I know you fly around the country to help. You don't just do it in Syracuse. I know you've flown all over the place to help kids that are struggling, right?
Yeah, I go right in their living rooms. I get them. I get on the plane with them. I take them to the rehab and I drop them off.
Yeah, it's pretty fascinating.
I wish I could figure out a way that somebody would pay for that all the time.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice to get a big sponsor?
I have a girl right now. She's the girlfriend of a really famous wrestler, and he, reached out to me, heard that that's what I do, and he said, can you come? And I said, of course I can come. And I'll end up. It adds up. I got to buy the plane ticket. I got to get somebody to watch the dog. I got to get somebody to watch my kids. I got to fly there, meet the family, get her. Hopefully the next day, get her on a plane, take her to the rehab, and then fly home the third day. And I usually end up paying for that. So
Yeah. Okay. So maybe we work on this on the side, because I'll put my brainstorming hat on too, because to have a company sponsor something like this would be beneficial for everybody, and help you too. So that's incredible. I just love what you do, and it's just such a heartwarming story. And I know you've saved a lot of people's lives. I know you've lost them too. So And I'm sorry that you have to go through that, but you have really a gift that you're giving to these people, that you have been able to help them, and not a lot of people can be helped. So thank you from me and from
I
everybody
appreciate it
listening.
very much.
Yeah.
How
So
about our Buffalo Bills this year?
definitely. Now that's a happy subject, right?
They're going to be awesome next year.
I know. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you. I mean, I went to the first playoff game, and I was like a kid in a candy store just to walk in the stadium. I felt like I had just walked in for the first time, and I just got chills. Just to be there was just so exciting. It's just, that was probably the first thing I probably even have done all year, pretty much. So it was fun, a fun season, and a young team, a young, exciting team. So yes, absolutely. We will get you back to Buffalo for another game. I know you love coming up. So
I do. You know the story, right?
So who played on the team? An uncle, somebody, father, your father?
So no. So my mother is sitting in 90 about 2 years ago. So she's 89. And she goes, now, where are you going? I said, I'm going up to the Buffalo Bills game. And she goes, oh, my father would be so happy that one of you boys is finally going to the Bills. I said, what are you talking about, Mom? I've known Jim Kelly for 25 years. I go, I've been going to Bills games when he played. She goes, yeah, really? She goes, I didn't realize that. I said, yes, Mom. I go, but why would Grandpa care? Your father, Mom, your dad, who I'm named after, he was Daniel also. And she said, yes, well, my father played for the 1923 original Buffalo Bills. And I looked at her and I went, what? And she said, yes, my father, Buffalo, formed their professional franchise, the Buffalo All-Americans, which became the Buffalo Bills in 1923. And my father played on the team. I went, Mom, you're full of it. And so I look it up, and there he is in the NFL archive, scored a touchdown that year. Daniel Roy Martineau played for and I went, now this is the best answer of all time. I said, Mom, why would you never have told me that, knowing that I know Jim Kelly and knowing? She goes, well, I didn't think any of you boys would care. You were all Giants.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have anything she doesn't have anything from him, any artifact of any kind?
No, I don't think she does. I don't.
Have you ever searched online to see if there's anything out there?
I have his statistics that comes up in the. I'll send that to you.
Yeah. I want to see it, because on the Sports Hall of Fame that I'm on the board, we have a guy by the name of John Boutte. He is our historian. And I bet you he already knows this. And I will, because he knows everything from start to finish with every sports team in Buffalo, New York. So
wow.
Yeah, I'll mention it to him. He'll get a kick out of it. So that's cool.
Sure.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to 2022 already. I can't wait for the season, and it's going to be a good season. So yeah, that's fun. So we'll see you there for sure. But we're not hanging up yet, but I will also see you at Jim Kelly's golf tournament, which they just set the date for third week in August.
Is that when they're going to do it, third week in August?
I just got an email yesterday from Trisha.
I love him. I love him. And he does not realize how much trouble he got me in when he was so sick that one year. And who was it? Goldberg came up to me and grabbed me by the shirt and goes, we're going to shave our heads. We're going to send a video to Jim and shave our heads. And I looked at him and I went, well, that's easy for you to say. You're bald. I go, and I had a full head of hair. And what I totally forgot about was that I did what's called a drop and pickup on a movie. I shot like 3 weeks before that, and I had 2 more days left on the movie. And so Goldberg sits me down in the chair. He's the hair all the way off to tiny little nubs off my head. Well, we sent Jim the video. We wanted him to get fired up because he was losing his hair from the chemo, and it worked. He was very excited and so appreciative. And I got back to LA, and I meet my agent who picked me up at the airport, and he goes, "Are you out of your mind?" I didn't even think of it. He goes, "Next month you have 2 more days on that movie. Your hair has to be as long as it was when you started the film." And I went, "Oh my God, the drop and pickup." He goes, "Daniel, I cut 6 inches of hair off my head. It was never going to grow back in time." So I contacted, this is a great story. I contacted the producer and I said, "Bro, I got something really bad. I totally forgot." He goes, "Wait a minute, you shaved your head?" He was such a huge Jim Kelly fan. When I told him why I did it, he said, "Don't worry about it. we'll have you, because you shot scenes that happened before the movie, we'll change one of your scenes into a barber shop and we'll have them cut your hair off in the scene. And we'll sell the fact that we'll start the scene with the last snippings of your hair being done, and then you step out of the chair and we'll do it in a barbershop. And he changed the location, everything in the movie to match what I did for Jim.
That is an incredible story.
Isn't that a great story?
Yeah. Now, did you tell Goldberg that story or Jim?
No, I don't think I ever told either one of them the story.
Oh my God, I'm gonna send this to Trisha. She's gonna get the biggest kick out of that. Because I remember when you guys were shaving your heads, and it was incredible. It was just amazing.
Let me tell you, bald is not a look for me. It's a terrible look.
Well, for people that don't know Jim Kelly was a quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, 4 Super Bowls, MVP. I mean, Pro Bowl, of course, but he's in the Hall of Fame, and he has gone through some terrible cancer. And during the course of the golf tournament that Daniel plays at and that I help coordinate. So, and he's doing okay. He's doing good now. So knock on wood, everything's okay with Jim. So that is such a great story. I love that. And I mean, what he's battled through with cancer and what he has done, and
my gosh,
changed, I don't know everything he's done, but I know Jill has him probably on a really healthy diet, and he's been doing well for everything he had to battle through. My God. Bless his heart, he appreciates every day that he has been given. So,
I think it's so important what you're doing, because people don't realize how much through juicing and through certain vegetables and eating in a certain way, how much they can do for their body to fight off a lot of these problems that we're having. A lot of this processed food and stuff that comes in bags and so on have so many carcinogenic elements to them, particularly over long-term use. And as a nation, I'd say the most significant thing for us is if you travel abroad and spend time staying places like in Italy, they drink about 10 times more water than we do everywhere else in the world, but here. They got us so trained to drink soda and different crap that we do not hydrate ourselves to work properly by drinking water. So good on you for getting this kind of information out and doing the work that you're doing. It's really important.
Thank you. I actually went to college for this, to Ithaca College in 1985. I had a business major, a minor in health. I was opening up a health food store coming out of college because all there were little co-ops that my family shopped at. And I wanted to open up a supermarket that everybody knows as Whole Foods today. But I came out as a party planner, which was, of course, in my blood to plan parties. But through the past 35 years, I've just helped cancer patients and other people that are interested in not, putting all these chemicals in their body, help them throughout all the years. And then this past January 2020, I've had a website. I mean, I've just tinkered in it. I said, 2020 is my year. I want, I'll still plan events here and there, but I really want to do this. And then COVID hit. And then when COVID hit, it was like, okay, this is my opportunity. I can sit down, I can plan it all out. And I've been going absolutely bonkers with the structure of what I'm trying to develop. And really what I'm doing I'm going to be producing online courses. I'm in the middle of 3 courses now, entrepreneur programs and all this other stuff, and to environmental toxin certificate that I'm getting. Anyway, but thank you, because it means a lot to me. And when I hear people just say, keep doing what you're doing, it gives me, so much more energy towards putting towards that, because I know how much it's needed. I see, I read, I hear, and I just can't, every time I hear one more person getting cancer, it just drives me even harder to help people realize. And through the course of this, people don't realize, and it's in the food, but they don't also realize everything else, and people are like, well, the FDA approves it. Well, the problem is there's chemicals everywhere, and your body can only take so much, whether it's lotion, hairspray, toothpaste, shampoo, laundry detergent. It's like we are getting bombarded. But food, of course, is the number one thing that you have to really pay attention to in your diet. And obviously you are proof, because you reversed your type 2 diabetes, which is huge. And you were giving yourself a shot or 2 a day, I think, if I remember reading or hearing on one of your interviews. But that's enormous, and that's diet, and you can reverse illnesses and diseases with diet, God gave us these wonderful fruits and vegetables, and not enough people are using them the way that they should be. So, and you're a great cook. So I know you've donated some of your time to Jim's golf tournament as some of the auction items to cook for people. And I know those have gone up pretty well. And I think you cook even at Jim's cabin down in Ellicottville. So another thing you've done for the foundation. And I know you are always giving back, Daniel. And I know it doesn't, we all appreciate it and everything that you've done. So thank you for that too.
Well, thank you. I got very interested in food. One of the more unknown facts about my career is I was a chef, an actor. So I will make myself available for fundraising. I think people usually I think they expect that I'm going to come throw a steak on a barbecue or something, and they get a little surprised with the level of my training. So yeah, I'm pretty good at that. That's one of the rooms in the house that, you know, if you're a guy and you really want to make an impression on a woman, learn how to use that kitchen, because nothing tells someone that you care about them more than taking the time to make a beautiful meal.
Yeah, that is so true. And I know I've seen your beautiful kitchen on Facebook, and it looks like a great kitchen to cook with. I know you've got some great dogs by your side at all times too.
Yeah, the boys are looking for scraps.
Oh, of course. They clean the floor, right? It's perfect.
Hell yeah. Yeah, when you have English Mastiffs, believe those guys, they don't leave much, they don't leave a stone unturned.
Nope, I know. I have Labradors. Now I have an Australian Labradoodle, but my floor was always clean with my Labradors. And we know, you and I both know the benefits of having a pet to their owners and having a dog around, and how much it is reduces your stress, and so great for the kids too. So dogs are healthy too.
Yep, dogs are healthy.
Dogs. And you know what today is? Oh, you're not with your dogs. Today's National Love Your Pet Day.
I have at the facility they're at, there's a camera.
Yeah.
It's so funny how some dogs, so my smaller Mastiff, Rufus, and I have now a puppy, a white shepherd. And so neither one of them seem to know, but the big Dumbo, Jethro, if I talk, he looks immediately at the TV and he'll look at it. He'll walk up to it and smell it when he hears my voice. Yeah. So there's a camera in there that I can talk to them.
I love that. Oh my God, that's great. So that's,
yeah.
So, and you have two dogs, right?
Jethro.
Three. What are their names again?
Jethro and Rufus are the two Mastiffs.
That's right.
Now I've got a white shepherd puppy named Boba.
Oh, Boba. I think I remember seeing you post a picture of that. And then how old are your daughters?
Avis is 13 and Finley is 11.
Are they healthy eaters, and do you get them into the cooking thing with you too as well?
You know, they're very different that way. Avis is much more conscious of it. She's 13. She's starting to become, you know, she has her special woman friend now, just came to visit for the first time. And so she grabbed me the other day. It's like I think the fourth time now she's having her period, and she was really just a hormonal wreck. And I looked at her, I said, "Are you all right?" And she walked up literally and grabbed me by the shirt and pulled me in, and she went, "I am having my period, okay?" And walked away. And I thought, oh my God, stay away. Yeah. Now, my other daughter, Finley, is, she's not as healthy. She's not conscious of it yet. So she has gone up and down a little weight-wise for a kid, but you know, she's only 11, and I talked to her about the food, but I think she's going to be more the problematic one when it comes to food. She likes stuff out of a bag. You know, her mother, when they're with her, feed them very differently than I feed them. So it's hard when you can go eat candy and go eat chips and go eat crap, you know, somewhere else. You know, you come home and that's what you want to eat. I just don't buy it. But I think sometimes too, kids stuff their emotions with food.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, and I have custody of the children now. They're with me exclusively, and I think there's some stuff we're working on with her to help reduce the stress for her emotionally. So I think food is a comfort thing for her.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely for a lot of people. Now, I did see a video, which I absolutely loved, and it might've been one of your girls' birthday parties, and they were all in the workout room at your house doing weights. And
yeah.
And I thought, oh, that is so great. That's so cute. Even if it's for fun, you know, it's introducing him to exercise and good things
Mm.
for your body. I thought, oh, I love that. Father coming in on the girls working out in the work.
Well, it's something for us as a society to be conscious of. We're already overweight in this nation, more so than most. We've already gone over the fact that our water consumption is low. And now when you add COVID, the number of stressors and the way these children are being educated and taught, and even us, you know, you're not even walking to the car to the parking lot into work, because we're not even going to work. You know, we're not going to. So there's far less activity going on. You know, there's stuff you can do. There's isometric stuff. There's, you know, look, I've told people, walk around the block. You don't have to have a mask on, get outside, you know, whatever you can do to, you know, exercise will meet you where you're at. You know, so if walking 10 houses down and 10 houses back is the most you can do without it hurting you, then do that.
Yep.
That's more than you're doing now. You know, so.
Exactly. Oops, he's still there. There we go.
I'm back.
That's okay.
That's Finley, who has learned that the answer when I don't answer is to call me 16 times. So if she's at a store with her friends, they're shopping at the Outer Banks, and I made the foolish mistake of giving her my credit card. So now, can I buy one more thing? It's a pullover hoodie. Here it comes. So.
Well, we won't keep you much longer. The last thing I just want to say, how is your mother? Because your mom started this foundation, and I know it's really an important thing to her, and I've read a lot and listened to a lot, and she's 91 now, right?
She's 91. Mom is very sharp. You know, when they start getting upper 80s, 90s, they might start to they waver a little bit about recognition and being able to stay on subject. Well, none of it. She's sharp as a tack. Still pulls stunts on me, still, you know, wordsmith and knows how to get it. And but physically not as good. You know, she's not getting up and down the stairs as much. She prefers to be in the chair and pushed and doesn't really want to walk. And, you know, she's 91, God bless her. Whatever she wants, I'm in favor of. I just want her to be comfortable and stick around as long as we can have her around. They did a really interesting thing though. So we seed our foundation, the Carolyn Baldwin Breast Cancer Research Fund of Central New York. We have a 9-oncologist board that takes the application for research grants. We don't do anything but try to find a cure. So you submit your findings and say, look, this looks very promising. And the 9 oncologists say, this one's a really good one. Look at the numbers on this. They're moving in the right direction. Let's give them $50,000. Well, we did a study this year of the money that we've seeded with our $25,000 and $50,000 grants. The promise that has been developed with that grant, many times from a big company, then gets another load of money. So we did the subsidiary money that has been given to the people that we've scholarshiped. $79 million worth of further funding has gone to upstate at the medical center. $79 million. You know, amazing. We have always said we'd love to be the ones that find the cure, you know, I mean, and right at Upstate Medical Center, somewhere in upstate New York, you know, and we just might. We have some really promising scientists that are developing some amazing things. I mean, it's no longer the death sentence that it was. We know now we have to get early detection. Getting a mammogram is something that you just need to do. And so with that said, when we detect it early enough, you know, it's less than a third, you know, of was, you know, we've eliminated 66% of the deaths now. I mean, and we don't even have a cure yet, but that's coming.
That's amazing. And I know her work and your work, and I know she's pulled all the kids into the work. And I know your sister's the executive director, correct?
Yes, Beth, my sister, she runs the whole show.
Yeah, that's great. So congratulations on that too. One of these days, when you have one of those events, I almost made one of them at one point. When we all get back to normal, I'll come to Syracuse and come to an event, and we'll get Pat and Dana there, and we'll have some good old fun.
Oh, I would love that. I would love that. You can come be my date.
All right, that's a deal. It's a deal. No matter what, I'll see you. I'll see you soon, whether it's in Syracuse or Buffalo, hopefully. And I really appreciate everything you do, Daniel, and taking the time to talk to me.
Well, thank you. You've always been an inspiration to all of us with your hard work and your organizational skills, with when we come. But here's a little hint for your listening audience. You don't have to wait for an event to have me up to Buffalo to go out and have dinner or do something fun.
There you go. All right. Did you hear that, Buffalo? Buffalo, Buffalo, listen up loud. Even though people are going to be listening all over the world, it doesn't matter. But Daniel, thank you. I really, I hope you have a wonderful time. You're getting all the fresh air and taking all that ocean, beautiful air. And
Yeah.
hopefully spring is around the corner. I saw all the temperatures going up into the 30s and close to 40 next week. So.
Oh, I'm happy to see that. I'm going to go ice fishing one more time.
Oh, there you go. All right. Thank you so much. And as I always close these out, I say, read